Welcome to another episode of Candid Opinion. My name is Henry, and as we do it here, we get to talk about societal issues that affect you, that affects me, from relationship to finance to marriages and general societal issue. And today, what I had in mind to talk about was business and the area of business and finances. But then I realized I get to answer questions concerning relationship. I get to talk to some people who are unhappy in their relationship, and they get to ask a whole lot of questions. And so I decided that today I am going to be talking about relationship. Alright? So today's conversation is going to be about the 5 major problems of relationship and how to solve them. Okay, so delving in, and I know most people are already tired of this relationship talk. Relationship. Every time relationship. I know they make money. Yeah. But the thing is, one thing I want you to understand is relationship contributes to 70 to 75% of a person's happiness. Relationships are beautiful, okay? But they can also be challenging. And today I will be discussing some of the most common problems that people face in their relationship and also how to overcome them. Oof, amazing. One thing I really want to address first is that, people say relationships are tough. Relationship no easy. It is stressful. It is choke. But really, if you want to look at it, relationships are not tough. They are only tough when only one person is working. If not only one person they work, it go hard. If only one person is working, relationship very, very difficult. It will look like it's difficult. When the both parties are actually working, you will realize that relationships are easier to deal with. Okay, 2 people can carry a couch, very easy. But when only one person has to carry that couch, it becomes a lot more difficult. And there are 2 things you need to understand when it comes to relationship before we even go to the major problems. First, relationship is not a competition. Alright? Your success should be his success. His success should be your success. It's a mutual thing. And another thing you should understand is that relationship is a service industry. You are there to serve. It's like being in a music band. Everyone have their role and what they should do in the band, different instruments. But at the same time, as the instruments are different, they still have to come together to make a perfect melody. Alright? And when you're in a band, sometimes you could be the lead, you can play the lead role, and some other time you could be playing the tambourine. But it doesn't matter which role you're playing, whether you're playing the lead or whether you're playing the tambourine, do it with love, do it with a smile on your face, and do it with affection. And you realize that with all that, your relationship will go as smooth as it can get. Okay, now going into the problems, the major problems, 5 major problems that affect relationships in general. So the number 1 problem we're looking at is communication. Yeah, that's like one of the biggest problems in relationship, and many couples struggle to communicate effectively, and that leads to misunderstanding, frustration, and conflict. When you don't communicate effectively, you often assume things and you misinterpret what your partner is trying to say. It is important that you listen actively. It is very, very important. Not just the talk. You get to hear within himself one talk, so you go fit there, understand them, and know where he's coming from. Try to understand from his perspective. It's not just all about you here, okay? Now, you're free to communicate your own thoughts, your own feelings, but when there's a problem, it is important to address it as soon as possible, rather than letting it fester and grow. Some people they'll be like, me, I know you like to talk too much. If you offend me, I go first they look you first before I talk. No. When a person offends you, you speak up immediately so that person can be able to either apologize or explain to you from their perspective for you to understand. All right, so communication is number one. Number two is trust issues. Yeah, trust issues is a big one, isn't it? Because it's an essential aspect of any healthy relationship. And trust is difficult to build and it's difficult to maintain, but it can be lost just like that. And trust issues can arise due to past experience or due to the action of the current partner. And trust can be broken in many ways. There are so many ways to break a person's trust. Is it either by lying, cheating, or not even keeping to promises? And if you find yourself in a situation where trust is broken, it is important to work together to rebuild it, through honesty, transparency, and consistency. All right? So when it comes to trust, try to be consistent in the things that you say. So the third one we're looking at is lack of appreciation, which is another problem in a relationship when a partner feels unappreciated. And when that happens, it can come in different ways actually. And it can happen when one partner feels like they are doing more work than the other person, or when they feel like their efforts are not being recognized, then they get to feel underappreciated or unappreciated. Sorry about that. It's very important if you're in a relationship to appreciate your partner regularly and recognize their contribution to the relationship. And this can be done either through words, action, or small gestures. Most people, they get to make the mistake that, okay, because they said thank you, then they have appreciated. Appreciation, they go beyond thank you. You have to show with your words and with your actions that you appreciate that person. And that is when that person will feel valued. Alright? So the fourth one is different expectation. It is another common problem in relationship when partners have different expectation. Okay, now let's just say a partner is coming from a relationship, and in that relationship there's a certain way in which they were loved, and then they get into a new relationship with you and they expect you to love them in that way that they were loved before. And you now, as bomboy or as bongeh, will they come? You get how they show your own love, and it's not in relation to how that person is seen. It could cause a major problem because that person may think you're not doing enough or you don't love them enough. Now, it can come in different areas of the relationship, be it chores, house chores. You get some men where they believe say, now women suppose they do the work for house, and some women now they believe say men suppose they help out with the work for house. So it can come in the area of chores, finance, or social activities. And so, which is why at the early stage, the friendship stage or the early stage of the relationship, it is important that you guys discuss your expectations and what a man should do or a woman should do in the relationship, so you guys know what you're getting into. And also regularly have that conversation, so you make sure that your expectations are on the same page. Alright? So the fifth one is lack of quality time. Lack of quality time is another common problem in a relationship, okay? Because today's world is a busy world, alright? Everyone is working, everyone is trying to make money, everyone is trying to earn a living, and you can get caught up easily in work, on your social activities, and other commitments, and you're having little time for the partner that you have. Okay, so the solution is it's important to make time for your partner, whether it's a date night, weekend getaway, or spending quality time. Quality time allows you to connect with that partner and strengthen your relationship. Alright, so those are the 5 major problems that relationship face. The first is communication, second is trust issues, third is lack of appreciation, and fourth, different expectation, and the fifth one is lack of quality time. Relationships can be challenging, but they can also be rewarding. And when you address the most common problems of relationship and you're working together to overcome them, you can build a healthy, fulfilling, and long-lasting partnership. Even as they join hands together, they make sure say this thing they work very well. Everything will make sense. Remember to communicate effectively, build your trust, show appreciation, discuss expectation, and make time for each other. This has been another eye-opening episode of Candid Opinion. Make sure you like, comment. If you have any question, put it in the comment section. You share and you subscribe. Thank you very much.